All right, hold up. This is consumer advice, not flex culture. MSRP is a fictional anchor, and in a saturated market, retail is where your training budget goes to die. Dealers are sitting on inventory, and I am breaking down 10 models you should never pay retail for, why prices crashed, what to pay instead, and when to walk. Let's go. Stay to number 1, because it is the biggest retail trap on this list. And it is where people waste the most money without even realizing it. Number 10. Glock 19, the default tax. Glock 19. New street price is usually around $500 to $600, depending on your shop and your state. Used case price? You will routinely see clean Glock 19 pistols in the $400 range, and sometimes they come with night sights or extra magazines because people dump the whole setup to chase the next trend. This is the all-purpose pistol lane, home defense, carry, training. It is the default recommendation for a reason, but that is exactly why it is a retail trap. When something is the default, dealers know people will pay full price because it feels safe. The no-junk factor is obvious. It runs. The ecosystem is mature, parts exist, holsters exist, magazines exist. It is proven. The logo tax here is not that Glock is overpriced as a platform. It is that brand new Glock gets treated like a luxury purchase even when the used case is stacked with the same gun. Skip it if you are paying full sticker just because it is a Glock. Skip it if you plan to add sights, an optic, or a light anyway, because used examples often already have upgrades you would pay extra for. And skip it if the used case has multiple clean options and you still insist on new. That is paying for cardboard and feelings. And the next one is even worse, because people tell themselves they are buying future-proof, then they overpay for the box anyway. Number 9. SIG P320, the modular markup. New street price usually lives around $550 to $700, depending on configuration. Used case pricing is often in the $400 to $550 range, and sometimes you will see extras thrown in like grip modules or magazines because people got sucked into the modular rabbit hole, then bailed. This is duty-style training, home defense, range work. The no-junk factor is that it is a proven service pistol concept with wide support. The reason you do not pay retail is simple. Supply is high. Everyone has one. And when supply is high, new pricing becomes a margin game. You are paying for the box, the warranty, and the retail experience. The logo tax version is paying full price because this is what agencies use, even though the used case is full of barely shot examples. The market correction happened because people bought duty-sized pistols, then decided they wanted micro-compacts or a different brand or the newest variant. Skip it if you are buying new but then cannot afford magazines and ammo afterward. Skip it if you are not actually going to use the modularity. If it is going to sit in its stock configuration forever, used is the smarter play. And skip it if your area has tons of trade-ins. Do not pay retail when the market is dumping them. Now, number 8 is where the hype cycle is basically built into the product, so the price drops never stop. Number 8. SIG P365 and Hellcat, the micro-hype lane. Hot micro-compacts like the P365 family and the Hellcat are in this lane. New street price is commonly $550 to $700, depending on variant. Used market pricing often falls into the $450 band, sometimes lower when people sell to fund the newest drop. This is concealed carry and daily carry. The no-junk factor is that the platforms are proven and supported. They work. The problem is not function. The problem is hype. Micro-compacts are where people shop emotionally. They buy the feeling of being prepared and modern. That is fine. But paying retail in a saturated carry market is how you steal from your own reps. The price changes because this category updates constantly. New variants come out, new optics-ready versions drop, new grip modules, new comps. Every new release pushes older ones into the used market. That is market correction. The logo tax version is paying MSRP because the internet called it the one. Skip it if small guns are hard for you to shoot well, and you are buying one anyway because it is trendy. Skip it if buying new kills your ammo budget, and skip it if you demand factory warranty and are not willing to hunt for deals. If you need new for peace of mind, wait for a real sale, do not pay peak. Number 7 is the perfect example of nothing changed, but the market decided it is dead, which is exactly why the used market is loaded. Number 7. Glock 43 Single Stack Price Drop. New street price is often $450 to $520. Used case price is commonly $300 to $400, and sometimes you catch even better deals when someone just wants out. This is slim carry, simple carry. The no junk factor is that it is still a Glock with a mature ecosystem. The reason prices changed is narrative. Single stack got declared dead when higher capacity micro compacts took over. The gun did not get worse. The market just moved on, and when the market moves on, used pricing softens. The logo tax version is paying new pricing for a model that the used market is punishing. Skip it if your only metric is maximum rounds. Skip it if the slim grip does not fit your hands and you cannot control it. And skip it if the used price is too close to new. No deal, no buy. This is a used case lane now. Treat it that way. Now here is where the discounts get stupid. The next one is basically a trade in factory. Number 6, Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Gen 1. Oversupply equals opportunity. Shield Gen 1. New pricing is rarely worth discussing because this is a used case monster. Used street price commonly sits around $180 to $250 depending on condition and local supply. This is simple concealed carry, a basic defensive tool. The no junk factor is that the shield is boring in the best way. Proven, supported, carried by a ton of regular people. It works. The price changed because micro compacts shifted the conversation to capacity. People assumed older designs were worthless. That thinking flooded the used market, and flood equals discounts. The logo tax version is paying $650 for the newest micro compact, while a proven carry gun is sitting in the used case for $200. Skip it if thin 9mm recoil makes you dread practice. Skip it if slide manipulation is hard for you and you refuse to test it in the shop. And skip it if the used price is not actually a deal. If it is priced like new, walk. Market correction means you get paid for being patient. Quick one. If you like reviews that do not sugarcoat anything, subscribe to Gear Under Fire. We're here to save you from bad buys and logo tax pricing. Back to it. Don't go anywhere, because the top 5 is where the price gap turns into real money you can actually spend on reps, and number 1 is the worst offender. Number 5, Ruger 1022. Carbine new box tax. New street price usually ranges from $220 up to $350, depending on variant and shop. Used case price is often $180 to $280, and sometimes you will find them in near new condition because people bought one, shot it twice, then it became a safe queen. This is training, plinking, small game, skill building, and cheap repetition. The no junk factor is that it is one of the most proven rimfire platforms ever made. Durable, simple, supported everywhere. The price changed because the market is saturated with them. Supply is huge. Used supply is constant. That makes paying retail feel silly unless you catch a truly good sale. The logo tax version costs more because it is iconic, while the used case is full of the exact same performance. Skip it if you cannot resist turning it into a money pit. The aftermarket is a black hole. Skip it if you refuse rimfire maintenance. The .22 caliber runs dirty. And skip it if the used one in front of you is a sketchy project build with random parts. The best 1022 deal is a clean, boring, stock used gun. Number 4 is where people upgrade for ego, not performance, so the used case becomes your discount engine. Number 4, Ruger Security 9 Trade-in Gold. New street price is usually $290 to $350. Used case price is often $220 to $280, and you will see them dumped because people upgrade for brand reasons, not performance reasons. This is home defense on a budget. Nightstand gun, range practice gun, one gun household starter pistol. The no junk factor is simple economics. When a gun lands around $300 new and still gives you full-size shootability, it punches above its price class. The price changed because resale is weak, and weak resale is your best friend. This is market correction in a nutshell. The logo tax version is paying extra for a duty badge compact because everyone recommends it, even when the use case is basic home defense and training. Skip it if you demand optics ready from the factory and will not compromise. Skip it if you need a giant aftermarket like Glock-level customization. Skip it if your goal is deep concealment. This is not the smallest carry tool. Buy it for what it is, a practical, shootable home defense pistol that you should usually grab used. Number 3 is the not trendy discount. These are the ones that sit, then get dumped, even though they are built to work. Number 3. Beretta APX and CZ P10C, the not trendy discount. Here is a category that gets wrecked in resale because it is not the cool kid, duty-capable pistols that do not have the hype aura. New street prices commonly land around $400 to $600 depending on sales. Used prices can drop into the $300 to $450 range when someone dumps one to chase the newest carry trend. These are home defense, training, and range tools. The no junk factor is duty intent. They were built to run. The price changed because people shop for stories, not tools. These guns do not have the influencer spotlight, so they sit, and sitting creates discounts. The logo tax comes from paying extra because a different brand is considered the standard. Most shooters cannot use the difference they paid for. Skip it if you need the biggest holster ecosystem on Earth. Skip it if you are a customization addict who needs endless aftermarket toys. And skip it if the used example is missing magazines and the shop wants full price anyway. Used deals only work when the package is complete. Alright, number 2. This is the one where people get tricked by phony sales, and it sets up the number 1 trap perfectly. Number 2. Entry-level AR-15 at full retail, the flooded rifle trap. Entry-level AR-15 rifles. New street prices range from $500 to $900, depending on the brand and how hard the shop is trying to upsell you. Used prices often land lower. Here is the real trick. A used, known brand rifle can be a better buy than a cheap new rifle with questionable quality. These rifles are for training, range use, general ownership, and home defense where appropriate and legal. The no junk rule is this. Not all used ARs are good, but the market is so flooded that you can be picky. The price changed because AR supply exploded. Panic buying waves came and went. Now inventory sits. Dealers run sales. People trade in rifles they barely shot. That is market correction. The logo tax version is paying full retail because you want new, even though the same money can buy a better used rifle. Skip it if the sale is $10 off. That is not a deal. Skip private builds with mystery parts you cannot evaluate. Also skip buying used from a random person if you do not know what you are looking at. If you are new, buy used from a reputable shop. The goal is value, not surprises. Alright, number 1. If you have ever bought a package deal at retail, this is where your wallet got hit the hardest. Number 1. Tactical package pump shotguns, the retail psychology king. Any basic pump shotgun sold as a premium home defense package. The new street price for a basic pump is often $200 to $250, but retail tactical packages get pushed to $400 to $600 because dealers can charge for furniture, finishes, and vibe upgrades. This is utility and home defense where appropriate. The no junk factor is that a pump shotgun either runs or it does not. The furniture does not make it twice as reliable. The price changed because the home defense shotgun hype cooled off. Those packages became shelf sitters, and when something becomes a shelf sitter, dealers start cutting or dumping. The logo tax version is paying for special edition packaging instead of function. Skip it if you are paying more for accessories you did not ask for. Skip it if you are recoil sensitive and will not train because shotguns are skill-based. And skip it if you think buying the gun is the plan. The plan is competence. Buy the basic tool. Use the money on ammo and training. That's the whole point. Retail is a feeling. The used case is reality. Buy the tool, skip the trophy, and keep your money for ammo and reps. Now I want to hear it. What gun would you never pay retail for? And what is the best used case deal you have ever scored? Drop it in the comments. Gear Under Fire out.